Good morning, hikers. Nice and cool this morning. We have just entered the Mount Adams Wilderness, which you have been watching for a while. Mount Adams, that is. We've been seeing it for several days now. There you can see. Are you back there?
Somewhere.
There he is.
In the dark.
As you can see, Top Rock's dressed for a cool morning this morning. I think it's the first time I've seen him wear his pants on the trail. Those are his rain pants, but they actually act like a windbreaker right now, keeping him warm. It's really not that bad. Probably low 50s. And it's supposed to stay that way all day, which could be good because we're walking uphill for quite a while now. Side note, you'll recall yesterday I said we'd done a Nero. We only walked a mile on trail, which we did. But later I was looking at our stats, and even though we only, did 1 mile trail, we'd done over 5 miles for the day, walking around town, back to the pizza place and stuff. So still a Nero, but we got some walking, and even on our day off, Nero. Let's go. Seriously, what kind of jerk? A couple of weeks ago when we were in Oregon, we started to get our first glimpses of Mount Adams, and Top Rock said, "Hey, I think we're gonna go walk by there." And I said, no way, it is way too far off to the east, and that would be nuts to go over to Mount Adams. And well, some people you should question a lot, but others, yeah, we're walking due east to Mount Adams right now, in the Mount Adams Wilderness, so that's okay. And she's a beauty. There's been a lot of flowers this morning. Now we're up in the Indian paintbrush. We've been going through all sorts of different kinds. It's very pretty. Just never know what you're going to find when you cross over the next ridge. Sometimes it's just a mud hole. Moving on. Wow, over the next ridge, and there's a valley. This is Sierra-esque like, except it needs to have some beautiful lakes right down there beneath us. And I'm sure there are some lakes somewhere down there. Right, Top Rock?
Somewhere.
Somewhere there's some lakes.
Helens is covered.
Mount St. Helens is covered. Got some clouds. It's supposed to rain some in the next couple hours. I'm hoping it doesn't. Stay tuned. We'll all find out together whether it's gonna. We finally got a little rain. By little, I do mean little. You walk under the trees, there's nothing. You walk beyond the trees, you get rain. A lot of water sources in this section of the trail. Yeah, that was a cold breeze. Hey, Top Rock is really happy that we're able to show this to you, what this is in case you didn't know it. Have you ever seen those model railroads places where they have the quarter scale railroads or 64 scale, whatever it is, and you need these smaller trees to use? This is the place where all those trees come from, this special section here of the Mount Adams Wilderness. They create and grow short little itty bitty trees to use in railroad models. And this is where they get the rocks for all of those miniature landscapes. This was not a fun crossing. I did make it with dry shoes, but it was not fun. And I really don't like it because if something was to happen to Top Rock right here, I'm not in a spot where I could have helped him. In retrospect, I realized I should have at least stopped at that little island in the center, just in case. I did have a spot where my trekking pole hung up, and one spot where it slipped made me super nervous. But all in all, with the trekking poles, the logs are not in too bad a shape. The Top Rock's doing a great job. This, for me right here, was the scariest part because I only have the log and it's got these sticks sticking out, so you can't miss, and you got to make the decision to go and just do it and get it done. Top Rock has made it excellent, and at this point I was much less nervous because I knew I could, just drop the trekking pole and grab the wood if I needed to, and that was way better. There's a Czech guy that's upstream of us now. He was putting his trekking poles away. Yay! You made it! And I'm glad to see, I think he made it too. There he goes, he made it too. So we all made it. Clouds are getting lower. Fog's blowing across. And it's definitely plenty cool. Top Rock had pointed out earlier that the temperature was going to get cooler as the evening came on, and dang if he's not right again. It's getting cooler.
Slip and slide.
Here's the more interesting part of the waterfall. Or slip and slide, as Top and Rock said. Ooh, a little dusty. Well, we've arrived at our tent site. We spent quite a lot of mileage looking for our tent site. We got about 15 trail miles today, 14 to 15, but we definitely got over 16 miles of walking around. We came here to the spot. There's a place where there's room for plenty of tents if people that got there first were considerate. Some people say there's room for 8 to 10 tents there. 2 people have set up One of them's got a really big tent, and they've set up such that they're occupying 4 to 5 spaces, and the other one's sitting where he's got a small tent, but he's occupying the other 2 or 3. In the end, there's really no space right there. So we went and wandered down to a lower lake. We looked at that, found where the local teenagers are camping tonight, about, I don't know, many, 12 to 15. So we decided we probably don't want to camp there. So we did come up and find a spot, and it's going to work out just fine. But such are the trials of the trail sometimes. I think one of these is a PTC hiker over here, and I think the other one's a weekend warrior, because they've got pots and pans spread out all over the camp area, and it's all REI brand, which kind of indicates they're not really experienced at what they're doing here. Anyway, trials and tribulations. We're gonna find good day. You saw some of the things we saw. It was beautiful even with the cloudy weather, and hopefully tomorrow it's going to be warm and sunny, so we'll see what happens then. Top Rock's over there getting his tent together, and I'm here going to start getting mine together. So until tomorrow, happy trails.